The Forever Home by Gordon White. Although the trees closed in around the yard like fingers on a fist, the first thing you noticed when you entered the house was how the light in the foyer shone through the side panes' sharp glass, cocooning you in warmth. You told the realtor and your husband that it seemed brighter inside than out, that it felt bright and warm and open here. You told the realtor it felt like the house was welcoming you. You told your husband that this could be your forever home. When you entered the kitchen, the polished granite counters caught your smile and gave it back to you from every surface. The cool gleam of the island thawed beneath your beaming like an ice cap melting. "Are those cookies baking?" you whispered to your husband. He sighed. "A realtor's trick," he muttered, spiking the air with scents that trigger memories. Chocolate chip cookies, fresh bread, nutmeg for apple cider in the cooler months. The sense of home. But you know that it wasn't a trick. At least not one that the smiling woman in the stiff red blazer had concocted. Maybe, you may have thought, it was something deep inside you. It was a private communion with the house that filled you full of memories of things that were yet to come. Why are you in the basement? There are no bones buried here. The poured concrete makes sure of that. You could look forever, but I promise there are none. I wouldn't lie to you. Let's go back upstairs. Maybe this will help. You and your husband Carl spent your share of time here in the master bedroom after you moved in. More at first, of course, than at the end. I didn't watch. Well, no more than I could help, from the windows and the walls and the fan above, circling your sweat-drenched bodies. Other than that, though, I accorded you and he as much privacy as I could. Of course, things changed, as most things do, but you don't need to dwell on that. No need to relive it anymore, now that he's gone. Do you remember first seeing what eventually became the guest bedroom? From the brightness in your eye and the smile on your face, it was clear that you planned more for this than a place for in-laws who visit or, God forbid, grow too old to live alone. No, the cans of neutral yellow paint in the basement and the now forever unassembled flat packs of tiny furniture were your real interest. I saw and could appreciate this, even if Carl could not. He was never as good to you as he should have been. He was too frightened to make a commitment to the future. You must have known it was only time before... Well, never mind. I've said too much. Let's try this again. Remember how this kitchen looked to you like the heart of the house? How the open layout beyond the island offered you, can still offer you, a commanding view of the sitting area and the dining area and the sliding door to the deck out back? You could even stand there like a captain at the spar, your position there offering you everything you could ever need. Except for a phone. What's that? Are you with me again? There wasn't a phone in the kitchen. No, that's true. The closest one was around the corner, in the foyer, near the foot of the stairs leading to the bedrooms above. An odd design choice, surely. The walls too hard, or too old, or otherwise unsuitable for mass rewiring. I remember it rang and rang. Don't force yourself, dear. It'll come in due course. And, well, if you don't ever remember, there's not necessarily any harm in that either. Let's keep moving. As you recall, these are the stairs which... I remember these stairs. As well you should. You climbed them every evening like the lady of the manor and descended them every morning, bringing sunshine down with you. You loved the warm and heavy walnut of the rail, although sometimes, under your soft hands, you would shake it, to test its sturdiness perhaps, but I think it was closer to the kind of testing touch that lovers give to their object of affection, to assure themselves it is real and not an apparition. And was it? Yes, it was solid, although sometimes it trembled beneath your grasp. Did I fall down these? What? Why would you ask that? Come, let's not dally here. Did I? Come. Remember in this room, the inevitable guest room, how you whispered that this was a place where you could make your future? I said that to Carl. Where is Carl? You're getting distracted. I know this must be disorienting, but please don't think about him anymore. He isn't here. Where is he? I don't know, but he's not with us. He's not coming back. Why not? He wasn't good to you, dear, and that's all I think we should say about that. But, please, it's for your own good. Back in the master bedroom, my dear, what is it that draws you here? You know, I remember the telephone ringing, always ringing. Carl would answer, wouldn't he? But there was no one there, I think. At times, it seemed we couldn't even sleep. True, certainly, but there's no need to dwell on that. I'll make sure the phones don't ring unless you want that. You're safe with me. He got so angry. I remember him yelling, demanding to know who was calling. Yes, he was less than pleasant when he'd had a few drinks, but he blamed me, didn't he? Come now, for your own good. Really, there's no good to come from picking scabs. If you prefer, why don't we resettle in the living room? We've stayed too long in this room. Oh God. What is it? Oh, God. Carl. What about him? He killed me, didn't he? My dear, didn't he? Tell me. Please. I'm so sorry, my dear. I didn't want you to remember. Not this way. It must be coming back to you, of course, but please don't linger too long. This isn't a wound that you need to lick or worry. Come quickly down the stairs, my dear, right this way. Is this real? What's happening? You're safe. Just please, come this way. Why can't I feel anything? It's like I'm floating away, as if there's nothing to me. Look, here, let me move the boards beneath your feet. Listen to your creak and bow. Do you remember that? Yes, I think so. And there, reach for the doorknob. See it turn. Am I opening it? We are. Together. See, if you let me, I will help you get your bearings. Thank you, I think. Thank you. Of course. I've always been here for you. Yes, I can feel that. I can feel that you've been around me for so very long. A friend? Maybe? Well, something more, I'd hope. A source of comfort, then? That's right. But who are you? Oh, darling, that's not quite the right question. You know what I am. What? I'm all around you. The boards, the nails, the stone below. You know what I am. You know where I am. Yes, I suppose so. You're inside me, and if you'd like, You can stay with me forever. The living room is empty now, of course, but do you remember the possibility you first saw when you entered? I could feel it inside you. I knew you could complete me, make me whole. Empty? But there's our sofa, and the throw blanket my sister knitted, and the good chair, and the ottoman and the painting of water lilies over the fire. Echoes, dear, but ones I have pooled just for you. I am showing you the memories that seeped into my molecules, the vibrations that still tremble in my bolts, and which I can ring like tuning forks to show you whatever home you desire. Can you stop it? Of course, but you don't want that. I think I do. No, you definitely don't. Why not stay here? In this version, I can add a fire. There. Or we can put up a Christmas tree. There. Or... Stop. Please. I'm sorry. I just want... I need to see it. I don't think that's a good idea. I think... Please. If you insist. There. Oh. Oh, wow. There's nothing here. Yes. And the floor? Yes. By the stairs. Is that stain? Is it? Yes. Look, really, this is too much for you. Let me show you happy memories. Let me show you something good. Can you show me the past? Of course. Would you like to see the day you moved in? Your first Thanksgiving within my walls. Is there a summer day that you had wished was endless? Show me when Carl killed me. No. That's a bad idea. I'm sorry, but show me. Really, show me now. All right. Remember, though, I'm here for you. We can stop at any time. You were upstairs, in the ensuite, getting ready for bed. Every car's headlights that swept down the street crept beneath the curtain edges, reminding you that Carl was still not home. Outside the bathroom door, which you still closed despite years of marriage and being otherwise alone, your empty bed was waiting. Beyond the bedroom door, only I was there for you. As you finished washing, the breath from my vents nuzzled at your ankles as you walked to bed, and as you climbed in, my settling timbers murmured that everything could still be all right. As you covered yourself, the far-off boiler in my heart beat faster, and the flush of air pushed through my veins, filling the empty space. I don't need to tell you how you felt, alone but for me. I held you, but you weren't happy. You read for a while, then dog-eared the page and laid your book down. The bedside lamp clicked off first. As you lay there, the wind in my eaves and the creak of my joists were like a far-off conversation, in which you could make out the inflections, but not the words. In the darkness, with phantom voices stirring, I don't need to tell you the memories it dredged up, or the conversations you wrote for Carl and yourself, there, in the dark. How they grew in pitch and fervor until you could hardly contain your anger and disappointment. You almost cried, but you didn't. While you tossed and turned, and the room grew hot, as you screamed frustrations into your pillow and bit your lip and ripped at your bedsheets in your anger, you never once let a tear escape. You must know, my dear, that I truly believe that your strength is one of your most admirable qualities. Nevertheless, when you were through, when the empty bed looked like a battlefield and you were flushed and spent, only then did you hear the tires grinding down the gravel in the drive. Heavy footsteps quickened across the flagstones. And what must you have thought was the cause? Out drinking again, likely, since any bottle Carl brought into the house emptied itself as if by magic. A disappearing act that seemed to have begun its nightly performance around the time the empty room officially became the, quote, guest bedroom, unquote, and any other plans soaked back into the floorboards. You were remaking the bed, but doing it slowly, in no hurry to hide your anger. You tugged on the comforter and listened to the steps up the porch stairs across the slats outside. You counted down to hear the fumbling of the deadbolt and the groan of the front door as it acquiesced to his entrance. But it wasn't there. Instead, the footfalls came directly inside, as if walking through the walls. They thundered across the foyer, up the stairs, and you must have been so confused as they picked up the pace, leaping that final stretch before the bedroom, when the door flew open and Carl stood there, despite his being red and flustered. Your relief was unexpected. So unexpected, in fact, that it escaped you with a laugh. I don't want to go much further. Isn't that enough? No, it isn't. You said I was strong, and I am. I need to see this. Very well. Carl saw you, laughing, glowing, the bed a mess. His thoughts, already addled, went to the worst place possible. I knew it, he yelled, frothing as he burst into the room. Don't deny it! You stood there, comforter corners in hand, arrested mid-domestication. I imagine you were too stunned to speak. Then he lunged, the door slamming behind him. Oh, the midnight calls that hang up when I answer. He pawed at your bedclothes, but you fought back. I told you, didn't I, that I've always admired your strength? The cars that cruise by at night. Your sharp nails caught his face, but his dull fists doubled you over. He loomed above, but you swung back, your elbow crashing into his mouth, and the gurgle he made filled the room as you pushed past him towards the door. You grabbed the knob, but it stuck in the frame a moment too long, and then he was on you. His first 5 fingers wormed through your hair, and the other 5 around your throat. In my own bed, he hissed, wrapped in our sheets. Blood streaked across his teeth, and each eye seemed to roll of its own accord. Wild, you flailed out once more and raked the split in his lip with your nails and spread the gash. He howled, and in that moment of distraction you pushed him back and grabbed the door, wrenching it so hard that even now you can see the hinges are out of alignment. Then you... My dear, the end is coming. Are you sure you want to see it? Yes. Stop delaying and show me. Only because you insist, and because I care for you so much that I can hide nothing from you. Keep watching. You ran down the hall, barefoot and screaming. Behind you, Carl lumbered out, hands bloody, mouth torn into a sneer, and gave chase. Towards the stairs you ran, towards the still open front door, and safety beyond. Why was it open? As you... What? You must have forgotten to close it tight and lock it when you went to bed. The frame is old and bowed, and so the shifting weight or the wind must have swung it open. Did I really forget that? It doesn't matter, dear, because watch now. As you reached the stairs, you tripped. There, you see? And like a pinwheel you spun, end over end. Enough. I'm sorry. I only wanted to give you what you asked for. What happened after that? Do you want to see? Shall I show you through to the end? No. Thank you, but no. You can just tell me. As you wish. A neighbor must have heard the noise and called the police. When they arrived, Carl was squatting beside your body, sobbing. They took him away in handcuffs, and I have not seen him since. Your body. Not you, of course. You're still here. was taken away. I don't know where it went. I see. I think I'd like to rest a minute. Of course. Of course. Take all the time you need. I'll be waiting. Let's rest here in the living room again. Are you all right? Yes, I think so. Please, sit on the couch. If you'll recall, you first saw it in a magazine that had arrived addressed to the previous owner. But as you thumbed through, imagining another possible life... Yes, I get it. I'm sorry? It's just that this is a lot to take in, but I'm remembering it all now. I don't need it spelled out anymore, but thanks. Oh, well, I apologize. It's okay, really, I appreciate it. You're very welcome. I'm so very sorry for what happened to you, but I can make up for it. I can offer you anything you'd like. Just think it, my dear, and it's yours. How did things go so wrong? I don't follow. With Carl, I know things were hard for a while, but, well, certainly I didn't expect this. Of course not, but who can tell, my dear? Some people are just toxic. But we loved each other, we really did. He treated you so badly within these walls. He became darker, stranger, as the years went on. But it wasn't always like that, you know? I do not. When I watched him, and you, yeah, but we had a whole life before we got here. We really did love each other then. But, I don't know, somehow everything changed so gradually that one day the new normal had shifted so far over from where I had ever expected. That's a very sanguine approach. Being dead can change a person, I guess. Let me remind you that, actually, I think I'm ready to go. Go? Yes, go to the other side, or whatever it is. Oh, no, darling, you're not thinking clearly. Here, let me show you something. Let me remind you of that spring morning when you woke to the first bird song of the season, and soft light came through the window like arrows of gold. That's lovely, really, but I'm ready to go. Or how about this? The fire in the hearth, the snow building on the panes, cocoa drifting in the air, the gentle warmth here in the belly of the house on a night you hoped would never end. Now that dream could come true. No, thanks. I want to go. Please, just let me show you. I can give you anything you want. I've watched you. I know you. I can give you everything. Anything. I said no. Just listen. Do you hear that? The small footsteps of a dream? A cooing desire. Upstairs. Go check the guest room and see what's there and tell me then that you want to leave. Is that crying? Oh, go to hell. You have no right, no idea. I'm leaving. You can't. I can and I will. You're being hysterical. Hysterical? I can't. No, never mind. Just let me open this door. No. Open it. I said no. How does that feel? Fine. I'm going out the back. That won't open either. I can keep you here if I want. I could keep you right in this room. Shut all the doors, all the windows. You can't do that. I can, because I am the master of myself. I can open the doors or I can shut them. You have no idea how I can shake my walls and move the very floor beneath you. Do you see now? Could you always do that? Always move like this? Yes, of course, but I didn't want to scare you back then. Before. Well, before you were truly a part of this with me. It would only have terrified you then to see the doors move or the boards of my ribs heave, to hear my voice before you were ready. What do you mean to hear your voice? Are you still confused? Listen, I am all around you. I can make the wind whisper, the walls groan, the boilers scream. I make the eaves cry, the phones ring. The phones ring? Yes, of course. Listen to them all. And if I answered, who would I hear on the other line? Me, of course. I am everything here. Oh, God. Why? Oh, no. I know what you're thinking, but it was you. I didn't do anything. I've been animated just now, but let's not forget that Carl was the jealous one. He was the one who saw ghosts in the windows and heard phantom lovers in the night. I was just here, looking out for you. Oh, shut up. You goaded him on. I never liked him, that's true, but why would I do that? Why would I want to anger him? Make him unstable? Just listen to yourself, because that's crazy. You've been through a trauma. You're not thinking clearly. Let's just calm down. You rang and hung up. You made false lights. That night, you left the front door open. Did I? I can't even remember. And then you didn't stop him. You could have stopped him. You could have closed him out or locked him up or you could have... Oh, Jesus. The bedroom door? No, that wasn't me. And when I... No! Did you trip me? That was Carl's fault. And your clumsiness. I had nothing to do with that. You killed me. Now, darling, that's crazy. You took my body, and now you won't let me go? If you would just calm down, I could explain it to you. I love you. I want you and I to be together. I don't want you. I don't want to be trapped here forever with what? My murderer. If I let you go, there's nothing out there. There is no life again. There's no heaven. There's no hell. Just blackness outside these walls. I don't care. You let me out. Now. If you're going to be like this, you can go lie down in the cellar with the others and keep quiet. Just sink down and let me go. I can't. You died here. Violently. Your blood is in the floorboards. Your soul stains my timbers. What do you mean? You can't ever leave. That's how it works. I can't ever leave? No. You and I are joined now. In time, maybe you will come to let me love you. If not, you will learn... What are you doing? I'm not going to let you get away with this. Do you feel this? Yes, it hurts. Please, don't. Oh no, I am going to sink my nails into your frame. Stop it. I'm going to twist your screws until they strip. Listen, if you do that, then I will hurt you back. Do you know what forever in pain feels like? I guarantee you, it is worse than forever alone. Just accept this. Never. I am going to gouge out your windows and warp your floors. Do you feel that? I'm inside you. You said it. Stop it. Leave me be. Let me go. Fine. I cannot. Truly. It's beyond my power, but if you do not cease this, I will crush you until the last of my beams fall and the barren earth reclaims both our blood. Then I'll tear at you until you fall to pieces, because you're just as much trapped with me as I am with you. Stop. You're crazy. You keep saying that. Crazy. but you don't know what that means. Not yet. But being dead can change a person. Gordon White has lived in North Carolina, New York, and now the Pacific Northwest, collecting various terrors as he goes. He is a member of the Clarion West class of 2017, and his work has appeared in venues such as Body Parts Magazine, Dark Moon Digest, Borderlands Volume 6, Night Script Volume 2, and A Breath from the Sky, Unusual Stories of Possession. In addition to writing, Gordon is an assistant editor with Kraken Press, reads submissions for Pantheon Magazine, and conducts interviews for various outlets. You can find him online at www.grizzlyspectacles.com.